Previously, I spoke about dreams and some stories I've written that came from them. So I thought it would be cool to do another app but with somebody who did it bigger, James Cameron. But before we get into it, I want to mention I used Grok 3 to find this information about James Cameron and the dreams he had. I even read the summary it gave explaining those dreams and the movies that are forever linked. In the transcript, I will label my part and Gronk's. But without further ado, James Cameron. James Cameron mentioned 3 movies that were inspired by a dream. First, The Terminator. Cameron has recounted how the idea for The Terminator came to him during a fever dream in 1981 while he was sick in a cheap hotel in Rome. He described seeing a chrome skeleton emerging from a fire, a haunting image that stuck with him. As soon as he woke up, he sketched it on a new notepad. And that visual of a relentless skeletal cyborg became the backbone of the film. In a 2021 interview with the British Film Institute, he elaborated, "The Terminator came from a dream that I had while I was sick with a fever in a cheap pension in Rome in 1981. He also noted that the broader themes humanity's fraught relationship with technology had been simmering in his mind since high school, but the dream gave it a concrete form. As a writer and other writers who can relate, there's always an idea you want to explore but are unsure of the direction, but it lingers in the back of your head. In Cameron's case, humanity's fraught relationship with technology. Life carried on, but as it did, information gathered. Little tidbits from movies, ideas, science, or whatever inspired James slowly created a foundation for the eureka moment. So, when the chrome skeleton appeared, everything fell into place. The Terminator was created." Second, Avatar. Cameron's vision for Avatar traces back to a dream he had at 19 when he was a student at Fullerton Junior College. In a 2022 GQ interview, he said, "I woke up after dreaming of this kind of bioluminescent forest with these trees that looked kind of like fiber optic lamps, and this river that was glowing bioluminescent particles and kind of purple moss on the ground that lit up when you walked on it." He drew that scene immediately after waking, and those sketches later helped him fend off lawsuits from people claiming he stolen their ideas. He emphasized the dream's specificity. Okay, we're gonna pass that. Glowing trees, spinning lizards, purple moss, calling it my own private streaming service that's better than any of that shit out there. And it runs every night for free. This dream planted the seed for Pandora's lush alien ecosystem. I'm going to be quick with the stolen ideas portion of this summary. I accept that nothing is original. I've written stories knowing nothing of books or movies similar to my ideas, and it finally revealing itself to me years after it has been written. We can't escape this reality because we are limited in our experience. Iteration is our separation. The third and final movie, Aliens. The climax of Aliens, where Ripley stumbles into the xenomorph Queen's lair, also came from a nightmare. In his book Tech Noir, Cameron wrote, "It comes from a dream in which I came into a room. The room was pitch black, and the only light was from the doorway. I walked into the center of the room and then realized that every square inch of the walls and ceiling were covered with wasps, and if I moved, if I breathed, if I did anything, they would attack." He adapted this scene of creepy dread and sudden realization into the film's tense egg chamber scene, amplifying the horror of Ripley's predicament. I don't know exactly how they play out the story and the guidelines he had to follow, but they were working toward that dream Cameron had, which defined the story. Even if it wasn't thoroughly thought out, it was predetermined. Cameron needed his dream to be life. No matter how they got there, this moment had to be experienced. I thought it would be cool to look at someone who leaned into his dream and not brush them off. James Cameron created worlds that were mystical and terrifying. Instead of allowing his dreams just to be dreams, he made them into reality. And I think that is amazing. Thank you.